It's the Diamond K Show, sometimes controversial, but always authentic. The Diamond K Show is a music insider's view into the world of business and entertainment, hosted by writer, director, and music entrepreneur, yours truly, Diamond K. Hola, people. Hola. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for logging on. And thank you for listening to the Diamond K Show. Spread the word, y'all. I post new content daily at ustreamradio.com. Today's show is sponsored by YouAreNotTheFatherBook.com. Read the struggles I faced before and after finding out the 7-year-old boy I was raising was not my own. Digital, paperback, and audio versions are available right now at YouAreNotTheFatherBook.com. With that being said, let's get into today's show. Yours truly, Diamond K, in here. Nucky Johnson will be joining me momentarily. I'm on the lines. Who is this?
It's Nucky Johnson, baby.
All right. Well, that was quick. Let's see. Now I'm talking for like 30 seconds, and I'm like, okay, the levels are not jumping. Absolutely. So, first of all, before we get started, where are you from?
I'm from Park Heights, West Side Baltimore.
Okay, West Side Baltimore. Now, from out-of-town people, I call Park Heights the part of town that, unless you get an invitation, not necessarily where you want to go. Unless you know somebody or you got an invite, family, is that fair to say?
I mean, it's not like it used to be, you know what I mean? But, yeah, for the most part. I wouldn't really stop there to get gas or go to a store or linger. You know what I'm saying? If you got past it, cool.
Absolutely. So the song we just came out of, Real Niggas, you and Lil D and K Fields. Who produced that track?
It's this guy named, I can't even pronounce it. I want to say Manjeet, but he's actually from overseas, but he lives in Queens. And we actually linked up through Twitter. He hit me up. He heard me on YouTube. He heard one of my tracks called Real Spit. It was like one of the first tracks I really released. And then he was like, yo, I really want you on this beat. And we just went from there.
Absolutely. So, to people that have not had a chance to check out the video, definitely check out the video. Here's the thing about the video. Who directed the video?
Abani Nazir.
Okay. Oh, she's very talented.
Most definitely.
Director, absolutely. I felt like it was real. I felt like I was.
Bunch of real niggas.
Yeah, absolutely. I felt like I was, and I checked it out. I was in Atlanta, and I was around some real, I would say some street people, and they were really feeling it. And where did the whole concept and all that come from for the Real Niggas video?
Well, every song I write, I come up with a video pretty much. As soon as I record the song and I listen to it, I come up with a concept for the video. And I'm a Michael Jackson fan. And if anybody remember, Michael Jackson used to always say, you shouldn't make music videos, you should make short films. You know what I mean?
Right.
And painted the picture of your song. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's pretty much what I came up with, listening to all the verses. And we was talking about the whole snitching policy and stuff like that. So, I came up with the screenplay, but she picked the scenes and she got the actors. I must say 70 to 80% of that was all her though, real talk. Like, I'm not even gonna take no glory, no nothing. I ain't trying to get no credit. She did her thing, bro.
Yeah, she is very talented. She was the video director of the year 2 years straight in the BMAs. So she definitely does her thing. And so you said the snitching campaign. What I guess you can kind of get the idea from the video, but what are your feelings on snitching as it relates to? Guess define snitching in your definition.
Putting your nose in something that don't have that to do with you getting people booked, trying to make it. I did fab time for somebody ratting on me, so you already know how I feel about that.
Right.
But
Right.
I mean, I'll be honest with you, it's a loophole to snitching. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of people probably not gonna like it, but I'm an honest guy, so I'm gonna tell the truth. Say, for instance, we're talking hypothetically to all the police that are listening. We're talking hypothetically. Say I buy a pistol off the street or a pistol from my homeboy, and he like, yo, this clean, fresh out the box, yada yada yada. And you get caught with it, and it's a murder on it, and you don't have an alibi, and you about to do 20. Me personally, I don't know what I would do in that situation. But the fact that you lied and said it was clean, fresh out the box, if that man tell on you, I'm not gonna blame him because you put him in a messed up spot. Now, if you tell that man, this my due dirt, here you go. If he get caught with it, you on your own. And he get caught with it, and he tell on you, then he a rat because he participated in that crime. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you're willing to participate in a crime, or you're a witness to a crime and you run your mouth, you a snitch. You know what I mean? Now, if it's something you gonna go down for, like in my situation, I got booked with some stuff on a federal installation, so the feds got involved. You know what I'm saying? I had some other charges pending, so I wound up going down for a little while. And I could have told on somebody, but I wasn't 110% innocent. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I beat the charges I could beat, and I ate the ones, even though they weren't mine. It wasn't like I was blind to the fact of what was going on. So I did somebody else's time for real. You know what I mean?
Wow. That's serious. What and I haven't heard this the situation you the scenario about the gun. That was a different one. I haven't heard that one before. Now, what if you're in a situation where as though something happens to a kid? Let's say a child is killed by someone, and let's say it was an accident. Let's say they were shooting at somebody and a child was hit, and you know who the shooter was. Child dies. In that instance, if that citizen talks to the police, is that snitching?
You asking my personal opinion?
Yeah.
Yeah, my personal opinion is snitching because it don't have nothing to do with you. Like, let God work all that out. It's not your place to put your life on the line or the whatever, you know what I'm saying? God will work everything out. At the end of the day, I believe in the higher power. So for everything you do on this earth, when you close your eyes, you got to answer for good, bad, or indifferent. And that goes for myself as well. So the moment you put your mouth in somebody else's business and they don't have nothing to do with you, you're a snitch. That's just how I look at it.
Now, I mean, you explained that very well. You explained that very well. So, I'm sure some people are going to have different opinions on that, but you know, I mean that's I can understand that perspective.
That's the beautiful thing about America. Everybody's allowed to, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. Absolutely. How did you first discover hip hop? What are your first memories of hip hop music?
Straight out of Compton. I mean, like I saw the video on TV and I saw Ice Cube and I walked down the street with the all black with the Raiders and the little YouTube ropes, you know what I mean? That was my first hip hop experience. But I still wasn't even into hip hop then. Like I was too busy running the streets behind my older brother and stuff. I honestly didn't even get into music until like 96, 97 when the whole Rough Rider No Limit thing was coming around, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And then I still didn't even want to be a rapper. I just was listening to it all the time. And then I wound up finding this black cassette tape in my uncle's closet, and it was actually Straight Outta Compton. You know what I mean? So I used to rock that all the time. And I used to have to sneak and watch it because, like, my mom was a good mother. You feel me? So she ain't playing having curse records in the house, none of that. You know what I mean? So I used to have to sneak and listen to it. You feel me? So that was my first real experiences with hip hop.
Now, and I want to take a couple calls, but before we do that, so how did you make that transition from, you know, being a street cat and a fan of music to actually participating in it?
Well, in prison, you got a lot of time on your hand, dog. So I wrote every day. Like, I came home with this massive, my man Side Money from Home, you can tell you, I came home with like 6 notebooks. I wrote 2 screenplays for movies when I was locked up. I wrote at least 3 albums and 2 mixtapes when I was locked up. You know what I'm saying? I actually had some money set aside, but somebody took my money while I was gone. But I had some money set aside. I had tours lined up that I was going to try to start when I came home. Man, you got a lot of time on your hands, so you got nothing but time to research, think, and plan, you know? And like I could even plans to come back out here. Like my first 6 months, my whole plan was to come back up the heights, take over everything, yada yada yada. You know what I mean? But then after a while, when you see that judge and they convict you of that crime, and you realize you're not coming home no time soon, you can either still be mad or you can find some way to turn it into a positive. That's what I tried to do.
Turn it into a positive. Absolutely. So do you want to take a couple calls?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. All right. And first three numbers is 418. You on the line with Nucky Johnson. Who's this? All right. Okay. So, Cat West got this talk now. All right. So let's hang on with that. Now, see, if you hit a certain button, then it tells me that you want to talk. So we want to go back, and I'll put them back on hold. Tell me this: coming from Baltimore, not necessarily the hip hop capital of the world, how difficult or not difficult has it been for you being a rapper here in Baltimore?
I mean, I don't say it's real difficult for me personally because I'm a hustler. Like, I never considered myself like a drug dealer, nothing like that. I was just a hustler, and any hustle. Like, I flip bikes, flip cars. Now I'm flipping bars. You know what I mean? Like, anything you put me into, I'm gonna take what I learned out there in these streets and apply it to it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna find a way to hustle my way or fast talk my way into something. Like, I'm great at interviewing. I got good people skills, and I'm good at talking to people. Like, I done ran into celebrities and talked to them like I knew them for years. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just all about your swagger and your confidence. Because my thing is, if you're a real street dude, then nothing in this industry, A-list, B-list, or local, should intimidate you at all. You know what I'm saying? Now, on that note, I will say the only thing that really intimidated me about this business was two things. One, I got a pass, so I didn't really want my face out there in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? But like, once me and my man sat down and we talked, he was like, yo, either you go all in or you just drop it now. You know what I mean? So I had to get over that. And then my second thing was, I was doing out-of-town shows before I ever had a local show. So out-of-town shows, for some reason, was real easy. But my first 3 local shows, I was nervous, the whole nine. But like, that's all dead now. But that was my only 2 hiccups for real.
So let's, just to expand on what you said, from my experience as well, out of town is just easier, probably because you feel like you don't know these people and you can just let it all hang out. But at home, it's just different.
Because at home, you always want to do your best. You know what I'm saying? No matter where you at. But like, it's like at home, one, you know it's gonna be a tough crowd because everybody cousin rap, everybody mother rap, everybody my man better than your man. So you know it's gonna be a tough crowd anyway because most of these people too much of a thug to dance with you while you're rocking out. You feel me? Mm-hmm. But then on top of that, like, this is your home base. You know what I'm saying? So when somebody out of town hear about you or see what they like and they call back here for you, you gotta have some kind of presence here, whether you want to or not. You know what I mean? Right. So like, when you hear, if you don't rock out, then you kind of fall short automatically. So it's either do or die. So it's a lot of pressure on you in front of your home fans. And plus, you got people who know you personally. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to let them down. You don't want them to look at you differently, like you're a joke. You know what I mean? Right. So like especially somebody like me, like I just take this real serious, man. I don't even drink at shows unless I'm off the stage. You know what I mean? Right.
Tell me this: where do you see Nucky Johnson in 5 years?
Sitting on a lot of money, living in Florida. Like my whole game plan, like the way me and Bridget have everything set up right now, we just using like our connections right now and using those to build more connections. Like we went to Atlanta, we made a lot of good connects there. She went down to A3C last year, made a lot of good connects, and I got my little team up and running, and our show performances are getting better. You know what I'm saying? I sat down with Bob Cardi and Mr. Hurd for a little while. We came up with some things, like my last show, we had the strobe lights, the fog machines, and then I sat down with Bridget after that, and we got some more things we're going to add to the show coming up next. So it's a growing process, you know what I mean? And we got some things on the table that I can't talk about right now because they're not in stone. but like I'm doing a lot of things faster than the average artist at my stage. Like I'm doing a lot of this stuff, and I don't even have a mixtape out yet. You know what I mean? And like I forget that at times, and I get hard on myself. But everybody around me just like yo, remember, yo, you don't even have a project out, and you're doing all of this good stuff. You know what I mean? Right. So I see myself being successful in the next 5 years, honestly. Like, I ain't talking about deal wise because I want to stay independent, but I see myself making it real far in the next 5 years.
Right. I mean, and you know, you got drive and you got momentum, and you definitely got the talent. So, and that those things come together, you know, equal success. Let's talk a little bit about Uncle Sam's Misguided Child.
Okay. Well, Uncle Sam's Misguided Child, the title came from, I was a Marine. Well, technically, I still am a Marine because once you're a Marine, you're always a Marine. But USMC stands for United States Marine Corps. Well, in the military, we have jokes and acronyms to describe how we feel shitted on by Uncle Sam because that branch is considered the redhead stepchild of all the branches. You know what I mean?
I didn't know that.
So, yeah, because like, man, dude, our budget is the lowest. We get all of their hand-me-downs. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, we still find a way to kill you with it, though. You know what I mean? So, I'm just letting you know. But like we had one. It's called. Can you cuss on this station?
Yep.
It's called. You signed the motherfucking contract. That was USMC. You know what I'm saying? They got one to say Marines. This is muscle dog required, intelligence non-essential. And then they have the Uncle Sam's Misguided Children. You know what I'm saying? And let's not forget unconstitutional slavery made constitutional. You know what I mean? So we got a bunch of things that we say, but my unit always said the Uncle Sam's Misguided Children. You know what I'm saying? So as a tribute to people in my unit and people who didn't make it back home from deployments and stuff like that, I figured I would run with that. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. When can we expect that?
I'm not at liberty to say because Bridget is listening. But when the weather break and the bikes come out, it'll be here.
So 2014.
Most definitely.
Okay.
And sooner than you think.
Okay. As far as the scene in Baltimore, the music scene in Baltimore, do you like where things are? Could they be better? Have they been better? What are your thoughts on the Baltimore's hip hop scene?
I got asked this in an interview before, and I responded with next question. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But, I'm gonna say this though. Us as a people we know better, so we should do better. You know what I mean? The only thing, I could preach till I'm blue in the face about this because nothing's ever going to change because it was this way before I got here. You know what I mean? But my thing is, it's too much everybody trying to hold the next person back or talk down on the next person. Oh, that song hot, you like that? Well, I wrote that for them. Or, you know what I'm saying? Your video hot? Well, I'm the one who planned out his video. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he got a deal. Oh, it's just a distribution deal. It ain't nothing serious. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's too much of that going on, yo. Like, instead of like trying to tear down the next person to make yourself look good, it really makes you look weak. You feel me? But like a lot of these people can't help themselves because that's how they was raised. Most of these dudes was full kids. They ain't never shot nothing. They ain't never killed nothing. They might have sold a half a Vic on the street or some shit. You know what I mean? Like they not really the life they portraying. And I've seen some in person. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, whether you are that or not, you still gotta hold yourself accountable for being a black man or a man, period. Because I don't know no man who gets points by throwing salt on another man or holding another man back. You know what I mean? Like, I was just talking to Bodymore Big Steve earlier today. I was like, yo, that song you sent me hard as shit. And I was like, and mind you, the boy GC ain't even on the phone or nothing. I was like, yo, I heard that shit with GC. I didn't know homie could spit like that. That shit is hard. And Big Steve was like, what you think we do over here at Bodymore? I said, I'm going to be honest with you, Doug. I fuck with you because you fuck with me. I ain't never heard none of your music, but you showed me love out the gate, so I showed that love right back. You know what I'm saying? You're not one of them I play tough guys, so I respect you even more because you don't have to play tough. You feel me? But now that I do hear your music, trust and believe me, you got my support there too. You know what I mean? But it's not many people in the city that's willing to do that for everybody else. And that's some bullshit to me. You feel me?
Yeah. That, and that's definitely something. But and I tell people this all the time. I done been in this music grind for a long time, 20 years, and the hip hop scene, it definitely has its flaws, but the quality of the music has gotten better, and so I think things are on the right track. As far as your music, I know that you still building the buzz, but have you had a I've made it moment? Like, has something happened to you as it relates to music, and you like, just give you that adrenaline jolt?
Yeah, I had one big one in October. I did this show in Atlanta for T Miles' birthday party. He's head A&R for No Limit Forever. Mm-hmm. So we went down there. We stayed down there for the weekend. I took one of my it was me, Bridget, a young lady named Brittany. She's an author. Shout out to Brittany and her book. I can't remember the name of it, so forgive me. And my whole girl Parlay P, she one of them true fellas I run with. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Parlay P. We went down there to Atlanta, and we was like one of the last people to go on the stage. But when we went on, like, the dance floor was almost empty. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was sitting down, drinking, chilling. I went on stage, and I just started going. And it was like the first song caught people's attention, so now they looking at me. The second song got people standing up, so now they rocking with me. By the time I got to the third song, wasn't nobody sitting down. Half the people was back on the dance floor, bouncing up and down. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it was just real love. It got to the point I walked to the side of the stage and started spitting to the dude T Miles, and he's spitting the song back to me, just rocking with me. You know what I mean? So mind you, he had saw me perform in DC 6 months earlier and told me, and you know what I mean? Yep. And then here it is, 6 months later, I feel like a whole different artist. I'm down here going in, I'm sweating, losing weight on the stage. You know, I'm a big boy, so I'm out there just sweating. So when I come out the stage, he walks past his security and put his arm around me like, yo, you just killed that shit, boy. And I was like, oh, I did. He said, boy, stop playing. Take my cell phone number. So to this day, I talk to this man. You know what I'm saying? I got a cell phone number in my phone. You feel me? So and then I had people there. Like this one girl from South Carolina, she was an artist too. She came up to me. She said, I didn't know you were signed with No Limit. Can you sign this for me? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then I had like 4 or 5 people asking me to sign things, autographs and stuff, because I had promotional CDs that I was handing out. You know what I'm saying? So they was asking me to sign the CD. People was asking me to sign that. It was crazy. It was like, it wasn't a lot of autographs, but it felt like a lot that night. You feel me?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, but it was a good feeling, man. And then, after that night, we all went back to the room, we chilling. And Parlay just looked at me and was just like, yo, if you don't get signed, yo, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with the game, yo. You better make it. And that night, yo, from that night forward, I've been in, I was already in overdrive. I don't even know what you call this now. It's just grind time, man.
Absolutely. What's the best advice that you've ever gotten?
Be patient, stay humble. Just that
word.
Just that simple. Because this game get frustrating, you know what I mean? And you record a hot song and you want to drop it, you know what I mean? Like real niggas, I recorded that shit a year ago. I just dropped it. We shot the video last February. It just came out. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it sucks keeping something so, not to my own home, but something so good that you feel like is one of your best things to date on top for so long that by the time you release it, it ain't even your best no more. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I'm like, Bridget, when we gonna drop the song, man? Come on, da-da-da-da. She was like, what's another 3 weeks, Nucky? What does it matter? I'm like, yo, you said that 6 months ago. She said, okay, so what's another 3 weeks? She's like, if you waited 6 months, you can wait 3 weeks. All right, 3 weeks later, I'm like, come on, yo, let's drop the song. She's like, what's another 3 weeks, Nucky? I said, hey, you said that 3 weeks ago. but you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I respect her and I listen to her for that reason. She knows the game way better than me. And the whole humble part is, and I don't mean be humble as far as being cocky, because I got my cocky moments, and that's only usually when I'm on stage, you know what I mean, or in the booth. I gotta be cocky. I gotta be confident in my swag. You feel me? Mm-hmm. But when I say being humble, is I got a temper problem, and anybody who know me know I got a separate problem. But like, I will floss the handle. Like with a woman, I don't argue. I walk away. Kids, I just ignore them. But grown men, I really have a problem ignoring dumb stuff from grown men. You know what I mean? So I had to learn how to not be so physically assertive when it comes to these people out here in this business.
That's a nice way to say it.
Right. Because even now as we speak, I got somebody playing with my money. But I told Bridget, I like, look, you handle that. I feel how I feel about it. You know what I mean? I don't disrespect this man because at the end of the day, this is business and things happen sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But
right.
The nigga in me like, yo, that's fucking money. Yo, you can kick out my fucking bread or I'm coming to holler at you. But I can't carry it like that because I don't believe the pen is mightier than the sword. But it's gonna feel real fucked up when you're in the crowd at every big show because nobody want to book you because you're smacking promoters.
Right.
So you just gotta be humble and be patient.
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, you definitely don't want to do that. But so 2014, the mixtape is coming sometime this year.
It's coming sooner than you think, man. I'm telling you, it's gonna hurt when it drops. It's gonna be real heavy.
That's what I'm looking forward to it.
Got a lot of good features, good production. My man Rude Rice did his thing on like 4 of the tracks on there. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm telling you, man, it's gonna be bananas. Like it's gonna be something. It's gonna be something like I'm gonna have my stuff on my ratchet grooves. That's gonna be wild out. I call it dumb talk. And I'm gonna have the things for the ladies, and I'm gonna have something that's gonna make you feel me and look into my life. Like I got some stories on there, and all my stories are 110% true. You know what I mean? Like I don't fit no story in no song that's not real.
That's important to a lot of people. Is that mandatory? Do you feel as though?
No, it's not mandatory because it's entertainment at the end of the day, and I respect the entertainment factor in hip hop. You know what I mean? Like on one of my stories, I'm actually telling a story. The story itself is true, but it's not my story. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I'm gonna tell y'all now. The song is called "Rather Be With You." That's a story. It's a combination story of me. The first 2 verses are my story. The third verse is a story of a friend of mine who was no longer with us because he was betrayed by a friend, someone he called a friend. You feel me? So it's kind of a mixture, but at the same time, it's all legit. You know what I mean?
Right.
But like all the other stories during my time, that's all me. Young and Restless, that's all me. I don't even like listening to Young and Restless. Like I just had a hard body interview, and when they played it, I had to walk outside because I don't like to hear that song. You know what I mean?
So it takes you to another place.
Yeah, I mean those memories never gone, but it just hurt to listen to it sometimes. Like I performed it once at a Billy Live show, and I almost broke down on the stage, and I realized that I'm just not built to perform that song. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm definitely looking forward to hearing the project, and I definitely appreciate you taking time to talk with me and
brother.
My listeners. Definitely, how can people get in touch with you? How can they follow you via social media?
You can hit me on Twitter at bnuck668. That's BNUCK 668. Or you can hit me on Instagram. I'm always on Instagram at something ratchet too. But you can hit me up on Instagram at Nucky Johnson 21215. No space, no dash, no nothing. It's just straight Nucky Johnson 21215. And go click the thumbs up on the Facebook like page because I'm a nice guy. It's called Baltimore's own Nucky Johnson.
Absolutely. Anything you want to say before we get out of here?
Yeah, man. Like, I want to thank everybody who's listening because I appreciate y'all calling in or tuning in to listen, man. Because I mean, I ain't where I'm going to be yet, but I appreciate everybody for at the bottom. You know what I mean? And shout out to my team: Bridget Johnson, Eyes on Me Entertainment, Mark Carey, Street Legal, my man Side Money at OMU. Because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't even be rapping. And then all my true fellas: Parlay P, Shy, Flip. Love all y'all, man. My man Jay Will, I got y'all, man. It's nothing when I'm on y'all on. Shout out to Ball Cardi, man.
Definitely. Absolutely. Well, as I said, thank you for calling in, and definitely keep me up to date on everything that's going on with you, so we can help, do our part spreading your movement.
You got it, bro. No doubt.
Absolutely.
All right.
All right. Take it easy.